All right, so now that we've talked about how you can have a positive relationship, a negative relationship, or no relationship, let's actually quantify that, meaning let's attach an actual numerical statistic to that number, an actual measure. So when we talk about relationship, what we're really talking about is this thing called correlation. And the number that's attached to that, the quantification of that is called the correlation coefficient. The correlation coefficient is the strength of the relationship between two variables. All right, the correlation coefficient ranges from -1 to +1. It never is smaller than -1. It's never bigger than +1. So it's always going to be a decimal. And it's going to be in this range somewhere. And so we basically have like these like sections in here. So check this out. This area right here, let's do this way. Here we go. So like from -1 to 0.7, we would call that, so if you have a correlation coefficient that's between 0.7 and -1, we would call that a strong negative. Strong negative. Now, if you're between 0.7 and say 0.3 or so, we would say that this is a weak negative. If you're between -0.3 and +0.3, we would say that there's no correlation there. If you're between +0.3 and +0.7, you would have a weak positive. And then finally, if you are higher than 0.7, so between 0.7 and 1, we would say you have a strong positive. Okay, so what does that actually mean? We've got the strong, weak, no correlation. What does all this mean? All right, so here's what it means. If you have a strong, anytime you have a strong correlation, that means that the points are very, very close to the trend line. So what that means is, like, if you had a strong negative, that would look like this. So you can see that these points, they're not a perfect line, but they are pretty darn close to a line, and it's negative, as in the higher the x variable goes, the lower the y variable goes. As this increases, this decreases, so it's heading down. If you have a weak negative correlation, then what you would have is you would still be heading down, but maybe the points, those should not be those streaks, but maybe the points are a little bit more spread out, but definitely heading down. No correlation would mean there's no pattern at all. So things are just all over the place. And so then we keep going. A weak positive is going to be, okay, the points are not very close to the line, but they're definitely going up. And then a strong positive is going to be that the points are very close together and headed up. So we have this spectrum, okay? We have this spectrum from a strong negative all the way to a strong positive. Strong negative, weak negative, no correlation, weak positive, strong positive. And the value of the correlation coefficient will tell you what that is. You can also look at a picture and they should kind of match, which brings us to the next question here. So take a look at this data. If I were to put this, so if I were to look at this, if I were to draw a trend line in here, a line of best fit, I might get something that looks kind of like this. And what you'll notice is that these points are pretty darn close to this line. And so you would have actual data. You would put the data into the calculator, which is a separate video that I will make for this lesson. So make sure you check out how to use the calculator for this. And what you would find out is that the correlation coefficient for this data is 0.86. We usually round to the nearest hundredth. And it is R, that's what it is in the calculator too. And what does it tell us? Okay, well, 0.86 falls into the strong positive. So what we would say is when I ask you what does it mean in context of the situation, you would say there is a strong positive correlation, or you can use the word relationship. And then please bring in the variables. So there's a strong positive relationship between what? Arm span and height in this case. So when I ask you about context, you can find that on the labels of your graph. Arm span and height. Now, one thing to note, this is important. I'm going to get rid of this line here. One thing to note is that, and this is really important, correlation does not mean causation. Just because two variables have a strong correlation does not mean that one causes the other. Sometimes that's the case, but not always. And it's very important that it's a very common tendency to assume that if there's a strong correlation, then that means there must be causation. The X variable is causing the Y variable. And that's not always true, and it's very important that we make that distinction. And that's it. That's everything to know about correlation.